Hey guys, what's going on, y'all? What's going on, y'all? What a win! What a win by Real Madrid. Oh my god, it was beautiful. Did you watch the game? Of course. That's why y'all are here, right? Otherwise, you wouldn't be here, right? I mean, it was great. It was awesome. It was a nice win by Real Madrid. And right after, the next day, the following day, to the amazing win by FC Barcelona against Cadiz, which was, in my opinion, a great win by the side of Xavi Hernandez, right? 0-4. It was a very good performance. Right after that, the most important thing you're expecting from Real Madrid, you're expecting from your team, is at least to perform in the same way, to perform the same level, to perform exactly in the similar way, in a similar joy, right? Because that is the key. That is the word, joy. That is how Real Madrid wins. That is how now FC Barcelona wins. But let me tell you something. I was a little bit concerned though, because I wasn't sure. When I saw the starting 11 from Real Madrid today with 4 different new faces, right? It was Lucas Vázquez, it was Rudiger, it was Hazard, and Rodrigo, right? When I saw the 4 new faces, something came up to my mind and say, today's not gonna be great, right? And the first 45 minutes proved that, right? It was just that, because we were down in the score, 0-1, and sensations and feelings coming up to me, they were like, no, this is not going to be good. It's not going to be a good day for us. And unless we change something, we might lose the first points in La Liga. But it didn't happen. Why? Because Carlo Ancelotti spotted that he has to make substitutions. They came up and finally we completely flip over the whole game. Everything changed, right? And as of that moment, when Luka Modric and Nacho Fernandez came on the pitch, it was a completely different story. Number 1, Vinicius Jr. Again, great. This guy is just awesome. Let me change the screen here. Let me put this a little bit far away from here. Okay, so Vinicius Jr. doesn't need anymore to carry Benzema. As you know, over the last season even, Karim Benzema was necessary to be and play alongside Vinicius Jr. to walk him through, right? The attack of Real Madrid and how to get the things through and how to figure out how to go through and score goals and create chances and stuff like that, right? It was very necessary for the Brazilian player to have a player like Karim Benzema playing alongside with him, right? But not anymore. Vinicius Jr. became completely independent from Karim Benzema. He's no longer needing a kind of babysitter or something like that. He doesn't need it at all. And the good news is Vinicius Jr. is becoming greater and greater, and every single day he's becoming the big reference in the attack of Real Madrid, right? So that is very good news for Los Madridistas. That's number 1. Number 2, Rodrigo Goes. He went from less to more, right? He went from kind of not unfocused, but a little bit like I think that he found a little bit more problems in the beginning of the game. But over the time, what we found, it was a Brazilian player trying to get through and trying to be better and trying to dribble every single player. And finally, he came across the goal. And I think it was the reward for such a hard work that he did over the whole game, right? So he finally scored, and it turned out we realized that now we can play with a 4-4-2 or a real 4-3-3 with a real attack of Vinicius Jr. and Rodrigo Goes becoming becoming the same version that we have of Vinicius Jr. in the left wing, the same thing for the right wing. That is exactly what we are looking for. A player like Vinicius Jr. but in the right. And Rodrigo Goes can become that kind of player. That's great. That's great. Because now if we're able to bring over for the striker position a player like Benzema but younger, say Erling Haaland or whoever it is, it's gotta be great. It's gotta be great, right? And number 3, Fede Valverde. What a goal, man. What an awesome goal. What an awesome goal. I mean, I encourage you all to take a look at the different Twitter accounts because they are highlighting the place where Fede Valverde takes the ball. It is in our side and he carries up the ball, right? All the way through until he decides to go ahead and shoot with the left leg, and he scores one of the most amazing goals we've ever seen in La Liga so far. It was beautiful. This guy is becoming greater and greater, and the good news for Real Madrid is super young. So the room that he has ahead to grow and become a better player is so big that I have no question, I have no doubt about how great this player can become. He's gonna be great. It's awesome. It's just awesome. I mean, it was beautiful to see him because it was not only that. I don't know if you all remember the play where he came back, when he dropped back to find and come across a Mallorca player who was carrying up the ball, and he tackled him, right? And he took up the ball away. It was awesome, man. This guy covered 100 miles of the pitch. You know what I'm saying? I mean, 100 miles of the pitch. It's just amazing. Defending, attacking, carrying the ball, driving the ball up. It's great. I mean, it's awesome, right? Who else? Antonio Rudiger. Oh my God, Antonio Rudiger. This guy was great. Antonio Rudiger was great because he scored the first goal with Real Madrid, which is great. So congratulations. Shout out to the guy because he was finally able to score a goal. Today, it was the first starting 11 for him, and he did a good job, very good job. Also, I have to talk about Ceballos. Ceballos did a great job, amazing performance as well. He fought every single ball. He dared to try to shoot from far away from the goal, and he was very, very close to score. And he fought for every single ball. He was fighting all the time, running back and forth. My opinion on Ceballos' performance today is just great. It was great, okay? Who else? Yeah, well, the other side of the spectrum, Eden Hazard and Ferland Mendy. Why these guys were replaced? Why did they had to come off the pitch? Basically because it was not working, right? Ancelotti saw something that he was not convincing about, and he said, okay, I'm going to replace these guys because I think if I put to Luka Modric on the pitch, it's got to be better, and Nacho Fernandez as well. And also, this guy, Ferland Mendy, he had a yellow card. He was booked, so it was recommendable for Ancelotti to replace him, right? So he did a good thing. And as far as Eden Hazard, I don't think it's the kind of game where you can judge the performance of Eden Hazard because he was tough. The defense of Mallorca was so locked down and close and tough to get through. It was very difficult for him to find his spot to go through. And my opinion on him is, I mean, it hasn't been, of course, as good as the other performance against Celtic de Glasgow, but it's not either the kind of game you want to judge a player for, right? I think that we have to wait a little bit more, and probably we'll see how good is Eden Hazard, but it wasn't the game, man. I prefer to wait a little bit more for him because I think that he can still deliver a little bit more, but we will have to be a little bit patient with him, right? Maybe in the next 2-3 games, if Karim Benzema doesn't recover, doesn't come along, he probably can play in the spot of Karim Benzema for 2 or 3 more games, and he will probably be able to show a little bit more, right? But this game, man, I think that we have to be patient with him and cautious on our judgment because I think it's not the best performance, the best game for judging a player. So, I mean, good, not enough probably, but good, right? And overall, my opinion on the game is as you can imagine, very good. 4-1 to Mallorca, the 6th consecutive victory this season, the 5th one in La Liga. We are doing an amazing season so far. Hopefully we can keep this pace, right? Because my opinion is, if we are able to keep this pace all the way until the World Cup, is gonna be great. And it's going to be a very tight competition because Barcelona is doing a great job as well. So it's gonna be exciting to see what these guys can deliver. And yeah, I mean, I think that we did a great job. 4-1 against Mallorca is a very good score, and we are top in the standings still over FC Barcelona. I think it's like 2-3 points away. And well, let's see. But this is all what I had to talk about, guys. Now, of course, subscribe to the channel, enjoy, thumbs up, click the button bell, and see you in the next one, in the next video.